Okay, hello and welcome back to some more F1 2021 My Team. We have now won the championship, and I just want to say, for that past video, thank you so much for all the support on it. It's so much above expectation, and I'm really thankful for that. I wasn't actually at home when that video was posted. I was out at Brands Hatch for the touring car weekends, but that was a nice surprise when I got home. But we're gonna, just go straight into qualifying. There's not really much to say anymore. We've won the championship. We have 3 races, including this one, left of the season. We obviously want to try and claim the Constructors' Championship, which I think we can do today, and also help Mick get P2 in the overall championship so we can get the biggest amount of money possible. Anyways, into qualifying. It's a very, very wet surface. You can see the downpour. We're getting a very fast lap, but it's kind of stuck behind Joe's for the last half of the lap. To go across the line on his left to gain a P5 finish, probably our best finish in qualifying in a very long time. So you can stop complaining now.
Formula One returns to Sao Paulo once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his 3rd championship here in 2012, and in 2016, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7 mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if of course the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap. So always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Gasly, Reed and Perez, Mick Schumacher, Stroll, Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon, Norris, Aitken, Nobuharu Matsushita and Giovinazzi, Hamilton, Tigtum, Kimi Raikkonen and Robert Schwartzman, Joe, Mazepin, Russell. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Alright, we're here in the car. Jeff not giving us a message today. Normally he does, especially after a championship win, but it doesn't matter. He can go away. Anyways, so yeah, we've won the championship, and we're like 40 points or like 30 points off of winning we're not even like 10 points off of winning the Constructors. So that's the main goal now, is to just claim that Constructors Championship, and then we'll focus on helping Mick get P2 by taking dodgy strategies and stuff. But for now, let's just get into the race. We're going to go for a soft to medium as always. The 5 red lights here in Interlagos. We are underway for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, so I forgot his name. Gasly pulls across to the right hand side of the track. Sainz far right. Into the centre S's we go. Gasly to our left. We pull ahead of him then. Verstappen ahead, stuck behind Sainz and Leclerc. Everyone on a fresh set of softs. Seeing as everyone qualified on the wets. Verstappen having a look down the inside of Carlos Sainz now. Into turn 4. He makes it through. A little bit of contact, I think. But he makes it through. Sainz gives the position. He goes off track. He takes track limits, so comments, get on that, man. Okay, we just took track limits as well. And I know for a fact we're going to take some dodgy ones later, but he took track limits, alright? He went off track. Anyways, at the end of the lap, we're stuck in P4. We have gained a position, and we are in the position now to win the Constructors' Championship if we just finished where we were now. If for whatever reason the race was to end. So that's good for us. Sainz is ahead of us. Charles Leclerc set the fastest lap as a 1 minute 10. But Sainz and Verstappen, if they could... Oh, okay. If they could switch places, that would be perfect for Mick. Because I believe Verstappen is third in the championship right now. So if Verstappen can get those points, that's really good for us. Oh my god, we're going to have a look down the inside of Carlos Sainz. I don't even know what happened there. My instinct just kicked in that I could take a move, and I've done it.
Nice move.
We're up into P3 on the podium. I didn't even see that coming in my head. I was just talking, and then we got the position. Towards the end of lap 2, then DRS about to be enabled. We're setting a very fast lap time here. Verstappen goes fastest. We are at 1 minute 6.
We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Alright, DRS is enabled, so we need to get closer to Leclerc and Verstappen ahead. We're just a bit too far behind to get it. Carlos is close enough to us to also get it, but I don't think he's going to be able to just yet. He isn't. Luckily for us, 1.3 seconds between me and Verstappen. 1.4 now. 1.7 at the end of lap 3.
Incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
Lovely stuff. The car feels surprisingly light. I mean, you saw there down the straight whilst I was listening to Jeff. I was constantly moving my wheel, and it was constantly moving the car, which sounds really stupid, but normally if you move the wheel a little bit, it barely moves the car. So that's something to watch out for, is that the car is feeling really light 4 laps in on fresh set of softs, which isn't good.
The pit window, you'll be on the mediums.
Oh, Mick Schumacher goes into the pits. We almost lose it into turn 1, but is Mick going in for a wing change?
In the pits, Mick in the pits.
I think he might be going in for a wing change. Let's yeah, that's a wing change. That's about 7-8 seconds pit stop. He's had a collision with someone, and that's caused him to go in. I'm assuming he's going to go onto the set of mediums now and just try and hold them for the rest of the race. Lap 6 beginning. Nothing much happening. We're very close behind now, but I don't think we're close enough for DRS. We might just be. We are. We're just close enough out into the detection zone. I don't know what that was. That wasn't English. Leclerc having a look on the inside of Verstappen. Can't make it past, but that's allowed us to catch up very nicely. We're now slotting ourselves in 0.3 seconds behind Charles Leclerc, which has given us an ideal opportunity to stick with them and continue going. Anyways, lap 7, DRS once again, which will just help us now keep close, because bear in mind Leclerc is getting DRS on Verstappen. If he gets round, Verstappen will get DRS on Leclerc, and they'll just pull themselves away. So we need to stick within this 1 second region to keep with them, but so far that's managing to happen quite well. Lap 8 beginning, they're battling into turn 1. Leclerc goes down the inside, a little bit of contact between them. We're having to pull away so we don't hit into the back of Leclerc. We're going to have DRS now right behind him. We might even get him before DRS. DRS enabled past Charles Leclerc, pulling right to go past Verstappen, almost hitting him. Very close. Oh hell, the car is understeery as anything. I mean, I don't think I need to get the position back, because I didn't get any positions from that. But that's not good, and I apologise in advance. Don't slate me, man. The car is understeering. I think I have a bit of body damage. But we're going to pit now on lap 9 before anyone else other than our teammate who pitted on like lap 4. And I'm hoping the undercut works. I mean, bear in mind Verstappen was very close behind us, but those front tyres are very, very worn with the huge elevation changes into corners, especially like turn 1 to 3.
Exit now.
You have to be very careful with tyre wear.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
But we had a decent stop. We're obviously going to be out way ahead of Schumacher, and Lando Norris as well had pitted. Didn't notice that, but we are out about 6 seconds ahead of our teammate and 3 seconds behind the Haas of Nikita Mazepin on the used set of soft tyres. And at the end of the lap, we're slightly closer to Mazepin, but not by too much. Schumacher's also getting a little bit closer to us. I'm not really sure how that's happening. Leclerc's gone into the pits. Giovinazzi's in the pits. and we are so far ahead of Leclerc. Hitting 1 lap early, or 2 laps early,
There's 6 seconds
has been a
between you and the
dream.
car behind. Keep pushing.
Look at how far back Leclerc is now. Maybe he had to get a wing change or something from when Verstappen and him had contact, but damn, loads more people coming into the pits. Anyone important, Verstappen is in, and we're way ahead of Verstappen as well. Pitting in those couple of laps early has worked a treat. Lap 13, Raikkonen and Zhou battling ahead of us into turn 2 and turn 1, both synchronisingly losing grip. We go around the outside of Zhou, pulling to the right hand side of Raikkonen, and we're ahead of Raikkonen into turn 4. We've gained 2 positions. That doesn't really matter because they haven't pitted
P2.
yet.
You're up to P2.
But they both, like, I think they hit into each other or something and almost lost grip into turn 2, which is very entertaining. It's very, very fun to be stuck behind. Lap 13, going on to 14, Matsushita pulling into the pits. And from what it seems, this race might be quite a dull one. Gasly, 2 seconds behind us. Okay, maybe it won't be a dull one if we keep doing that. Bloody hell. Oh, God. Lap 14 towards the end. Schumacher in P5.
Some information on Schumacher.
Oh.
They're slowing down. It
Oh.
seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Looking at a replay here, Schumacher got a rear right puncture on his tyres. That's, God damn it, man. Can't catch a break. There we go, past Schumacher as he pulls into the pits.
Green flag.
He's been trundling around one corner the whole lap. That's funny. That's really funny. It's really not that funny. Anyways, at the end of lap 17, going on to lap 18 to start the final lap of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
This is your final lap of the race.
Let's see if there's anything we can do. Heading through turn 9, or is that, turn 10, towards 11, through into 12 now, braking down for 12, the last time we should need to use our brakes. Now it's just throttle control on turn 14, which is that one which we didn't need to use, and we're going to pull across to the left hand side of the track, give it a little bit of a wobble to take the checker flag in P1 to gain even more points for the Constructors, and I believe to take the Constructors Championship as well.
That's the race win.
That is the race win, Jeff. You've been very quiet this race, actually. Surprisingly quiet. But I'll allow that, because it's so peaceful. So peaceful.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
My suspicions were correct. Even though Schumacher is nowhere to be seen, ourselves, we gained enough points, to take the Constructors' Championship with 2 races to go. We next will be going to Australia, and then to Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi will be a shite show, and don't be annoyed if I put it into a wall in turn 1 purposefully, because Abu Dhabi is such a bad track. I've driven the new layout before on Assetto Corsa, and it's so much better. I don't know why they didn't just do that in the first place, to be honest. It's such an awful track. But that's for 2 videos' time. For now, we can celebrate another victory. We didn't gain the fastest lap. Max Verstappen with a 1:05.9. I was getting a 1:06.4, which was our fastest lap as the second lap. That's not very good. I mean, I don't really think anyone gained any faster laps that they actually did throughout the race. But I think lap 2 was most people's fastest racing lap. Maybe lap 3. But surprisingly, no safety cars. No rain in the actual race. And yeah, we take the Constructors Championship. So thank you for watching this one, and I hope to see you next time for the Australian Grand Prix, which is at the end of the season now for some reason.